This is a short and simple introduction to using ProQuest databases. This tutorial will just cover the basics of using ProQuest, and there are many other features, tips, and tricks that we will cover in a later video. If you have any questions, please contact the librarian. We really are happy to help. Before going any further, I should mention that you cannot reach the following databases through Google. You must go through the library's website because the databases are subscription-based and most scholarly articles are locked behind paywalls. It is technically possible to locate some scholarly articles with a normal web search, but you will mostly get results to which you do not have access and/or results that are not scholarly or peer-reviewed. Fortunately, it is very easy to reach the list of databases available to you as an NCCU student. The easiest way is to go to the university's homepage, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and click Libraries. From the Libraries page, scroll down until you can click on Research Databases. Whatever way you choose to get to the list of databases, the list will look the exact same. Since we are working with ProQuest databases here, we will click on the letter P and scroll down to the ProQuest databases. As you can see, ProQuest has several databases from which you can choose, and I will use the ProQuest Education database for this tutorial. If you are interested in a different topic, don't worry. All of the ProQuest databases look the exact same and have the exact same functionality. All that is different about them is that they contain materials about different topics. I am already signed into my account. However, if you are off campus, it may ask you to sign in. All you need to do is to use your university username and password. The information is always updated automatically, and there is no need to create an account unless you want to use some of ProQuest's bibliographic management features, which we will not talk about here. The first thing I would recommend doing is selecting the tab marked Advanced Search. It sounds a bit daunting, but it is actually easier to do a search from the Advanced Search tab because you can more easily combine search terms. So in this example, I will do a search for articles about bullying in elementary schools. Databases do not use natural language searches well. So it is best to divide your topic into its constituent parts and put one part of your topic on each line of the search. To the left of the search terms, you will see a drop-down box for the words and, or, not. These are called Boolean operators, and despite the scary sounding name, they are very intuitive to use. Most of the time, you will use the AND operator, but all of them work just the way you would use them in normal daily use. I will do a search for elementary schools and bullying. When I search for these terms, you will see that I will get way too many results. In this case, it looks like there are about 12,000 of them. More often than not, you will get more results than you could possibly look through. So what we need to do is find a way to narrow these down. In a little bit, I will show you how to narrow down your results to only show articles that are peer-reviewed or are from a certain year, etc. But that probably still will not get us to a manageable number of results. One of the reasons I prefer to use ProQuest databases is that they have a feature that allows the user to limit the search to only show results where the search terms show up in the article's title and/or abstract. The reason this is helpful is that right now the results could include an article that is about something totally unrelated to your search. I mean, there could be an article about snowboarding, but if it just happens to have the words elementary school and bullying in it, it will still show up as a result. To make the database return fewer results that are more on topic, we can choose to limit the search from in anywhere to in NOFT, which just means no full text. In other words, it will not search the full text of the articles, but rather just the title and the abstract. If we choose NOFT for both of our search terms, we will get far better results. Now when I hit search, I get only around 750 results, which is much more manageable. From here, it is pretty easy to limit our results further by using the limiters on the left. The first limiter I will select is full text. It's confusing that they use the words full text again, because in this case, what it means is that you will be able to access the full text of the article. When you do a search, ProQuest will show you the title and abstract of all of the articles that it knows exist. Many of the articles that it knows exist, we do not actually have access to. This could be because the library has the wrong subscription type, the article is too recent, etc. Most of the time, you don't want to see these results because you won't be able to read the full articles unless you order them through interlibrary loan, which will take some time. By choosing full text, you will ensure that you're only shown articles that you can actually read and download. The next limiter you probably want to use is peer-reviewed. It is extremely likely that your professor wants you to use only peer-reviewed journal articles for your assignment. So it is usually a good idea to limit your results to exclude any materials that are not peer-reviewed. You can also limit results by several other things like year of publication, subject, place, etc. But there's so many of these limiters and they're all really intuitive to use, so I'm not going to go over all of them in this tutorial. I would like to point out one last feature of ProQuest that is definitely worth mentioning, and that's the auto citation feature. Once you find an article you like, you can click on the quotation marks to ask ProQuest to automatically cite the article in the style of your choosing. This feature can be very helpful, but please be sure to always check the citation against what you know to be the correct citation formatting. The citation will only be as accurate as the information the database has entered into it, and there are frequently errors in the auto citations as a result of this. Thank you very much for taking the time to learn about ProQuest databases, and please remember to ask one of your friendly librarians for help if you would like to know more.